everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 frames per second. I am Authenticity. Tonight I will be playing the Ticked Off Chicken, and I am joined by my wonderful friend.
Hi, it's me, Comet, back again with another FPS.
Yes.
And I'll be playing Marigold. Who else?
Wonderful. We love to hear it. So, after the events of Sunday, and Flockdown, which you should probably go listen to,
Yeah.
TOC has had a bit of a scare. They got a little bit roughed up. It was nobody's fault, but an old injury got aggravated and they had to, lay low for a while, which fucking sucked. They hated it. It's, their loved ones did the best they could, but they are used to being out and about. They're not used to staying in the same place. Brings back old bad memories. So they are very eager to go out, and they're just kind of doing the rounds. They sort of trot past the inn in Toontown where they currently hear that their friend Seeker is staying. They peek through the windows of Hickory's shop just to make sure that the two familiar figures were still there. They, of course, make sure that the Ton apartment is in one unbroken piece. But they don't really reach out to anyone yet. They're just sort of doing the rounds. They're just making sure that everyone's okay. So their feet sort of take them out to the outskirts of Toontown into a little bit more of a wooded area. And they're walking through, it's almost like a suburb. There's old houses on one side of the street and a raised hedge on the other. And it's very curious that the hedge seems to actually encompass a pretty large area on the edge of town. And they are just sort of vibing there. They're just enjoying not being in the apartment and the care of others for a while. Not going too fast. They're still hurt, but they're vibing.
Yeah.
Perhaps they could.
As they should.
Perhaps they might roll a perception check?
Sure.
All right. What's their perception? Oh, I know their perception.
13.
Oh,
no, that's a different one. Nope, that's from a previous FPS. Don't look at me.
A rat
Don't
runs
look
in.
at me.
A rat runs across stream, sees something, and runs past. All right. 21.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's right there.
What did they see? Comet?
Yeah, you see Marigold. She's standing on her back legs, so she's twice as tall. Just peeking over the hedge.
I think they sort of, the feeling of coming watched comes over them. And for a second, their expression actually darkens, and they look around at their level for the person or thing that they are expecting, but they see no one. They turn around, no one's there. Hang on. And they finally look up, and they see two big eyes staring at them over the hedge. Hey, Marigold, you have been spotted.
Yeah. Perceived.
Do you want to roll either perception or insight?
Yeah, you know what? Perception. I'll roll perception first and maybe insight.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
12. I'd say you see them. They're pretty difficult to spot. They're a big black blur, against asphalt.
They're just squinting like, wait, is that my friend bird? Or is this just trying to make sure this is her friend bird and not just like another bird?
Is that my chicken or different chicken?
Yeah. And insight. Ten.
I mean,
too far away.
Yeah, I mean, they're maybe moving a little bit funny, but that's it. But they like tilt their head to look up at you. They're just processing for a sec. I think there's like a solid second where they're just like, eye contact.
Just.
And then TUC screeches like, "Hey, it's the girl!
Yeah,
it's the girl!
It's the me." Anyway, yeah, Marigold. Marigold's ears perk up, and she's like, "Duck!" And would she go around or jump? And can she jump that high?
I mean, I think the more relevant question is, would she try?
I'm gonna. Yeah. You see her duck. Well, hold on. Let me just roll it first. Wait, athletics or acrobatics?
You know what?
Would that be an athletics?
Because this is an FPS, I'd say it's whichever is better.
Athletics, because that's a plus 2. 22!
22. That hedge doesn't stand a chance.
She ducks away, and then you hear the clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. And somehow this horse has gets scaled over this wall, this hedge, without touching a single leaf.
Man, that's such a cool shot. Does TUC have to like duck out of the way?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe?
I feel like that's a dex save. Hang on. Let's see. What's your dex, little fella? Alright, not terrible. Nope.
Oh.
There you are. An 11.
11,
It's, I think actually that's when you notice that, like, the wing is hampering them. They are not their usual, flip self.
Okay.
Like they, instead of like a cool, like, dexterous barbarian, like, roll out of the way, they just sort of like, they kind of fall, like, try to do that and they just fall over. But they're
just like skids kind of mud spray, and maybe they're covered in a bit of mud, a bit of grass.
Yeah. They like ruffle themselves like a dog and like shake the mud off. And then
now she's scooping you up.
Big hug.
Mm-hmm. Talk.
Gosh.
Hello.
Like, for a sec, like, you just get, like, little contented chicken noises in your ear, but when they pull back, they, like, sort of frame your face with their wings like they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And they sign, that was so impressive, that was so high. How are you?
Ah. She's beaming. I'm good. I'm good. I saw you, and yes.
Gosh. They just like,
How are you?
let's see here.
Yeah, that's a 4. What was that for?
That was deception. They sign, I'm fine. You look at this bird, they're not fine. They don't even look kind of fine. They look tired as hell. Like, you've seen, like you've seen, you know, like, friggin' roadkill that looks better than this bird. But, like, it's, they do look very pleased to see you.
Yeah, oh man, she's just like cocks her head to one side and it's just like, looks concerned. Like, you don't look too good. It's like, yeah, you know, yeah, she says that. It's like, are you okay? Kind of just like holding you up, just like looking you over now.
Oh boy. This is what they usually do to you. They're not so sure about this.
Yeah. Even a reverse card.
They sign maybe a little, like, not snappishly, but like a little bit more firmly. I'm fine. I'm okay, I promise. It's been a long weekend. It again, they don't look fine. They don't look fine at all. But they sign, what have you been up to? Where have you been? What have you seen? Like, this, their usual routine of like, tell me what your life has been since we last saw each other. Like, they're very clearly trying to steer the situation back to you.
Aw. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Marigold would drop it. They're here now. I mean, they're here. I think she's tucking that away for later. Like, but yeah, she nods and is like, yes, lit. I left for a little bit, and what else? Oh, I met. Yes, I met. Nebula. We went stargazing. It was nice.
They brighten up at that.
I have a roommate. I think that's the word.
Oh, they look very
Yeah.
They look very interested. They also have a roommate.
Yeah, she's like nodding a lot. Like, yes, her name is Sally. She's very, very nice, very smart. Reads a lot. We Scribbles invited her to stay for a bit, and yes.
They sign. That's wonderful. She sounds like a very interesting person. Are you getting along?
Hmm. 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 Yes, they. She's very, very. Well, I mean, I already said she's nice. Uh. Yeah, she. Showed me lots of books, and also gave me cake. Cake was nice. Icing good.
They nod emphatically too. Books are good. And they look thoughtful. They don't they've had pie. Don't know if they've had cake. But they kind of like wiggle until you put them down. And
Yeah, she does so.
yeah, it's actually hang on. Would be okay. Okay, they don't stumble.
Okay.
Yeah, they sort of reshuffle their wings unevenly. And look up at you like, what were you doing before?
Oh, just points over the hedge.
They nod like
Flowers.
yes.
Lots of flowers.
They look around. There's probably plenty of flowers like in the neighborhood, like in gardens. Then they sign more flowers.
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to go
And
see?
She starts clipping clopping again. I think that kind of transitions to like hopping from side to side.
They sign. Do you want to go back and see?
Yes.
Okay. And like they will set off very confidently in one direction along the hedge. Like definitely, this is where the entrance is.
Yes. Yeah. She looks really happy. First, there was lots of cool flowers, and now she's going to see cool flowers with her friend.
Oh. Gosh, these two. I think the TOC will actually like, they'll flap back up onto her saddle like they have in the past. Like it's.
Yay.
Yeah, they with that 4, you kind of get maybe a little bit of a sigh of relief as they settle back in to sit for a little bit.
Aww.
But they look very interested. They actually, while you guys are walking, they start telling you about their garden a little bit more. Like it's
yes.
Like you got the rundown. You know, when they met at Nebula's place the other day, but like you know, they talk about, you know, they had some trouble with some beetles. They've you know, some of the nasturtiums are starting to flower. They have had a little bit of a weed problem just with like seeds blowing in the wind. That's been interesting. If only just because there's been such a variety. You know, just like just garden talk. Just garden talk.
Yeah. And Marigold's listening intently, like yeah. Like yeah, she loves listening about her friend's day. Yeah.
Oh. So they get back around to the entrance, which I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it's like a free admission day because I'm pretty sure that the Centaur girl does not have any money.
I mean, she has a little bit of money, but yeah.
Like it's.
I mean, Now I think.
Honestly, what I'm picturing in my head is like there's a sign that says like 3 gold pieces per entry. And Marigold was like, "All right, I got this." And then the teller was like, "No, that it's a free day. It's not." And then they get handed like some gold like stones, and they're like,
Oh.
"Oh, okay, all right, go right in."
Oh my gosh. I don't know who this person is, but I love them. Thank you.
Well, actually, like they're still sitting there, like probably showing the like the rocks that you gave them to, the other salesperson there, and they're like, hi again,
Hello.
how'd you get out?
Jumped.
Alrighty then, you can go right back in.
Oh, I don't need.
Nope, you already
Not I
paid.
do.
It's fine.
Okay.
You already paid.
Okay. She walks.
Actually,
Walks back on
one
in.
sec though. Make sure that your pet doesn't eat any of the flowers. And TUC like looks back like, excuse me.
She just cocks her head to one side again, just like, pet.
Yeah, the some of the chickens, will go after some of our varieties here, some of the animated ones.
Look.
It should be fine if they're well trained. By this point, TOC's like is getting ready to hop off your saddle, like, oh really now? Let's see about this.
She just looks at you, she looks back at the person, looks back. Uh,
Like they're perfectly pleasant, but they're like,
she doesn't know how to respond to this.
this is very fair. This is extremely fair. But yeah, it's if you keep walking TUC, like what the most they do is like swivel around on your saddle and like give them like the I'm watching you. They're like, okay.
Oh.
But anyway, you find yourself back in the entrance of this botanical garden.
Yay!
So it's like the building that you first step into is like this big semi-open, like almost a gazebo sort of thing. Like the like even in this part, like the roof is made of glass. The like it's a big sort of like central awning way. There's a gift shop off to the side because of course there is. And through the doors, which are all, swung wide open,
Yep.
you can see 3 different paths, all lined with flowers.
Ooh.
And it's
Ooh.
the first path is like at least the entrance is lined with daisies. The next with hazel, and the third with marigolds.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna say
Okay.
that the one that you just went through was
I'm gonna say she forgot.
Okay.
I could say she forgot. Just put her finger to her chin, like, which one did I go through? I don't remember. Whichever. I think she's gonna look at the hazel one.
The hazel one is this sort of winding sort of like it's a little bit shady, but it looks like on the other side there's a little bit of sunlight. It's all of these rapidly go around bends, so you can't see exactly what's down them. But it's like a grove of hazel.
Oh, that's so neat. Yeah, she's just gonna just look back at TOC and just points at the hazel path and says, how does this way sound?
They shrug. They're just glad to be there.
Yay! And she marches forward.
And it is like the hazel is sort of like arranged into like almost a tunnel. Like you have to bend down a little bit. But it's sort of this cool effect, like you're almost like you're stepping into a different world. And when you come out, you are in essentially a big field that's been, completely cleared. And like you can see, different flower beds lining, this winding path that goes on seemingly forever. Like this is a huge space, and it is yours to explore.
Oh wow! If it weren't for the fact that she had a passenger, she's gonna be doing Clippy Cops again. She doesn't want to jostle chicken, but she's like very excited.
I mean, TAC is also making little excited chicken noises from your back. Like they are. If they were like
baby.
If they were any less injured, they would be like mewing around like a little kid. Like this is exactly their jam. But right now they're just sort of like they're making little like do 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 little noises and like almost vibrating. Like you can actually roll an insight check.
Yes. I will do that. But also I'm picturing them with both of them with just like sparkles.
Honestly. Actually do it with advantage.
Oh, okay. D20.
You know this chicken pretty well.
Insight, right?
Yeah, insight.
Whoop. 10.
10 and
2. 7. Yeah, okay. Okay.
I mean, they are behind you. It's pretty hard to tell.
Yeah, that I was about to say. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say
flower
that
pretty.
It does occur to you though that you don't understand why they don't just hop off and like go run around. Like they're obviously excited. You're excited. You kind of want to run around, but they're not running around. Yeah. So.
Oh man. I think. Yeah. Well, I think she's gonna assume. Well, she doesn't know what chicken's been after. Maybe they're just tired.
Yeah.
But she's just just at all these flowers and just kind of walking at a fast pace. Doesn't want to run once again.
Yeah, like it's.
But also very excited.
It's like a good steady trot. Like not quite a canter, but like. Gosh.
Yeah. And all the different colors and.
Yeah. It is, I will say, like you're used to, basically an overgrown wilderness. You are not used to like something curated. You're not used to something that, like a team of coordinated workers have sort of planned together. There are, these swirling, intricate, like almost like stained glass patterns of different types of flowers in different beds. There's like little paths that like create the illusion that you're, stepping into like different environs. Like there's one that's like the forest floor. There's one that's goes up a little bit and it's almost like you're among the tree branches. There's one that's like got this wavy sort of almost lacy grass that swirls and bends as if you're underwater. It is
What?
This place has any kind of like botanical exhibit you could think of. And by the way, like I'm sort of taking over the exposition here, but like,
okay.
if you have something in mind, like please do like mention.
I do, but also I love the word picture you're painting here.
Oh, gosh.
It's just super lovely.
Gosh.
I just had a couple ideas for just like, toony flowers, and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Or can I talk about the bees?
Yeah, I think that, they probably notice the bees pretty soon.
Yeah. So we got like little tiny bees. I guess they use, or do you want to roll a perception?
Sure, roll a perception. That's a 9.
9.
They do not perceive. They are tired. They have.
They just like wave them off as like just normal bees.
TUC is focused on flowers and on Marigold and not much else. Oh boy.
The same.
The bar was
low.
Maybe
I'll notice like later. Maybe later. It just takes them a bit.
Excuse me for 1 sec.
Dang. Oh well, the bees will have to wait.
My cat is here, huzzah.
Kitty!
But yes, they have not selected the bees.
Dang. Oh well, maybe another time. I feel like they'll notice eventually, just not right now. Because plants. Because garden pretty.
Yeah,
I said that like 4 times now, but...
I mean, you're not wrong. Gosh, and they're TOC, like, I think at one point they sort of wistfully sign, like, I wish we had this when I was younger. This was beautiful. So much sunlight.
I think Marigold nods too. Never. Well, it's always been. Well, like wildflowers, which is very different. This is. I don't know. This. It's very nice. This is very pretty.
They nod. We find when I was where we were, there were no really flowers. It was a little bit too wet for anything other than, the usual, the goldenrod, the yarrow, which were pretty, but we didn't really appreciate them.
I see. What did we helped grow a couple flowers. It was mostly trees, but it was It was very nice in spring.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The TUC signs. Are all the people in your family gardeners?
Oh, okay. Yeah, she stops at that. Hmm. This looks back at you. It's like, uh, hmm. I'm, they were, we did take, we did take care, we did take care of the, uh, um, were we, were we? Hmm. Oh boy, do you,
Can I perhaps roll an insight?
yeah, sure.
Do-do. Nope, not gonna go in the nuts and bolts. Alright, here we go. 25.
Oh, 25. Okay. Okay.
Listen.
You remember how recent of a I mean you were there when you guys explained found family to her. Uh and that was pretty recent. I think when you said were your family gardeners, you kind of, oh boy.
With a 25, could they get that? Maybe it wasn't the concept of found family, but the concept of family that was kind of giving her trouble.
It's more like finally realizing that wait, could they have been family? Oh no, wait, hold on. Yeah, I don't think you get it that much, but you can get pretty. Yeah, I think what you said.
I think they will sort of like sort of gently sign. Did I think actually they stop and they sign your friends. You all you all sort of became the people that you are together, right?
Yeah, she nods.
Does that sound like family to you?
Takes a long minute. Think. And I think she nods again.
They sort of like give her shoulder a little bit pat from behind, just like, yeah. Jeez. You ate. I saw you eat. I swear to God, you ate. My gosh. Every time. All right. They I think they sign A family is the people that we grow up with, and I think that the people that we come to know and become important to us. But I've always thought of it as the ones you can count on. The people that you can trust to have you. And the people that you sort of have in return. When you don't have much else, you have them.
Man. Yeah. They were family.
They just nod very solemnly. And they you notice that you're walking through sort of a thin patch between two walls of this very high, very tall, kind of leggy flower with these little pink little bunches of blooms at the top. And the sign says Pink Verbena.
Ooh.
And it's actually a couple of these come up to your shoulder, your cheek. These are tall flowers. And so for a sec, it's actually kind of difficult to tell what's coming next until the verbena ends and you walk into a big open space again. This time a very shady one. And there are steps going up to a series of rope bridges. And you can see lining the tree trunks are many, many different types of fungi.
Oh. Yes, mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Baby.
Mushrooms and a baby.
Mushrooms and a baby.
You know what? For flavor, I'm gonna say that in some of the upper branches, actually roll a perception check.
Okie doke. Oh god, but that sounds super cool though. 19.
So, for a sec, you're kind of entranced by these mushrooms, which are, just outlandish. There are some that have these very delicate looking frills, almost like sort of fancy frosting. There's some with these bulbous sort of colorful caps to them, which are sort of set, far out of reach and sort of cordoned off. There's some that are this sort of pale cream color that sort of glisten oddly when you look at them in the right light. And also high above them, in the tree branches, you see a couple of little lounging figures. And then you sort of step so the sunlight isn't in your eyes anymore, and you see that there's probably about 6 or 7 cats just sort of hanging up around there.
Oh, Kippy.
Probably with a 19.
Yeah.
With a 19, you do see sort of near the cats. Gosh. You see, maybe some smaller mushrooms that almost look like the gardeners or someone else have arranged them in sort of strange, sort of almost like little staircases.
Oh.
But, it's obviously, you couldn't use them as staircases. You'd have to be, ridiculously small. Tiny even. But, anyways. There are much closer to the ground. There are a series of rope bridges that you would very easily be able to traverse Marigold if you so chose.
Oh man. I think she's like just looking at each mushroom for like maybe like 2 seconds each. Cause and then cause yes, cool. Yeah, she just wants to see more, man.
Yeah. It's for a second you're a little bit nervous because you are a very heavy satyr and these are rope bridges.
Oh yeah.
But I
forgot about that.
Well, when you take the first step, you see that the ropes are such that the ones that go taut are the ones that are stretched horizontally. Not the ones that are stretched vertically. So some time and energy has been put into making these bridges. And actually some of the knotting is incredibly intricate, like almost like those old like sort of ceremonial almost sort of fishing nets that you see sometimes. Like you've no idea how they knotted, some of those knots so small. Like they must have used tweezers or something. Anyways.
Okay. Magic's going nuts in the chat.
For anyone who, isn't taking up my incredibly unsolved hints, Tiny's area. Tiny's area.
Yeah, she's... I mean, she kind of just taps on just slowly puts her weight on the bridge, and then it's just like, oh, okay, it's fine. And just walk.
Yeah, so, would you like to roll me, let's see. I'm genuinely unsure what this would be. What would be the role for, sort of like seeing a pattern from up high? I guess investigation or perception, maybe insight.
Yeah.
But you are higher above the ground.
Man, yeah. I'm gonna take that insight because
Perfectly valid. I shall do the same because
investigation is a -2. And I want to perceive.
TFC probably doesn't notice it, but you do notice. These are actually sort of climbing in height, and you're probably a fair distance above the ground now. And as such, and you being taller than most, you probably but as you look down at the flower, the sort of swirling patterns in the flower beds, you can see that they are sort of arranged in this sort of mosaic pattern that seems to depict the face of a sleeping woman with long hair framing her face in beautiful, colorful strands. Not necessarily a rainbow, but just the face of a sleeping woman just smiling placidly as if she's dreaming of something nice.
Oh.
And then,
Oh, that's. She is. Gosh, she's transfixed, man.
And then
She just
as
stops.
the
She just stops and just like is just staring for a long time.
TUC actually flutters up to your shoulder to get a little bit of a better look. And they, they chirp appreciatively. They sign. Do you know who that could be? I don't know many nature gods. Well, I know. Actually, they stop themselves, and they look to you for an answer.
I know one. It doesn't look like this though. Wonder what do people here know? Maybe we could ask later.
We nod. Yeah.
Gosh.
And then the rope bridge sort of slowly lowers again. And it ends in a ramp that lets you down safely back onto, terra firma. And you find yourself in a rock garden.
Oh.
Yeah. It is, not terribly intricate because, gosh, some rock gardens could get. But there's, one of those little, like, square things where, like, you can let, where, like, people can, like, rake gravel and into different sort of patterns.
Oh, yeah.
There's one of those, and then, like, a smaller one with smaller pebbles for little kids. There's one of those, like, things where there's smooth stones embedded in the earth, and then you walk on them barefoot and sort of get the sensation. TUC
maybe there could
say again.
Could there be a koi pond?
There absolutely is a koi pond. And the koi inside are actually like there's the orange, the black, and the white ones, in sort of the cool calico sort of, or I don't know if that's what you call them when it's fish, but there's also like sort of there's blues, there's purples, there's sort of like this cool tennis ball color. That's a little bit odd. And you actually see in submerged in the water is a tiny sign that says, "Please do not feed the garden goers."
Yeah. Oh, wait.
And like you see one of the smaller koi like winds back its fist with like it looks like a breadcrumb, and then a larger koi like gently takes it by the fin and is like, no.
Excellent! Oh my god!
Gosh.
I think as they pause, but Marigold's just waving at them. Like, hello.
The smaller koi waves back.
Oh.
So you have
Oh, that's good.
You have some choices again. One of them is again, you see another path lined with marigolds. You see another one lined with let's see here. Sorry. There's one that's lined with, it looks like some, some different types of grass. And then there's one that's an orchard of,
Ooh.
this small, odd sort of plant, or tree, I should say. That's very, it almost looks kind of fluffy, the way that it's growing, and it has these, little, big bunches of little orange berries. It almost looks like sumac.
Oh.
And I think you actually recognize it as mountain ash.
Ooh.
So,
Oh man.
where would you like to go?
Oh, she's gone into the. Yeah, she's going to the one with mountain ash because berries.
There is, of course, a sign that says "Do not eat" because it's mountain ash. Also, it's part of the exhibit.
She can't be poisoned. I won't stop her, but no, these are for the. These are for the birds. That's the only reason. She's not just picking them up.
And I think it's well after you're under the shade of these trees that TOC, they actually haven't been signing for a while. They've sort of been letting you absorb all this. But they sign, Marigold, is it okay if I ask you something?
Yes. What is it?
Have you been safe recently? Have you been, there's a lot of trouble one can get into on one's own, and I'm glad to hear that you have someone to look after you, this roommate. And your friend Scribbles, you've mentioned them a couple times.
Yes. Yes.
He's
been teaching me a lot. Very nice. Yes.
Yeah,
trouble?
Say again?
She is just realized, trouble? Or, and,
no, you go.
Are you okay? Yeah, she just says, Are you okay?
They sign very gently.
Oh boy, what did you just roll?
Oh, that was a 18 in deception. Actually, you know what? Because this is Marigold, and they fucking hate lying to people that they love. That's more like it.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
I think the way that this plays out in universe is, they very confidently sign, "I'm fine," and then they sort of catch your eye. It's something that they see, and they just sort of make some wilt, and they start to sign it again, and then they just no, this isn't working.
Yeah, she's just looking at you just really worried. So
they'll just give you a big hug. It's, man. Hey, we're having an emotional moment, you squeaky little fella. Gosh.
Baby.
He is a squeaky baby. But they just sort of give Marigold a big hug, and they sign very gently. It's very important to have people you can rely on. Because, no matter how tough you think you are, one day you will need that. one day you will find yourself fighting alone, and I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to extend your hand and find someone there. And in the event that that can't be me, although I will always do my best, I'm glad to hear that you have other people, because that's what you deserve.
Oh. Oh. God,
Not you. You're fine. One sec.
if she could cry, she would be right now. I don't know. It's just.
Oh,
I said if she could cry, she would be right now. Because I don't know. She loves you very much, and oh man. I. Mm, uh. Think. Yeah, she doesn't know what to say to that, but like she's just hugging you really tight.
yeah. They're hugging back. They, like, if it helps you figure out what she'd say, like, they, like, they sort of, like, drop the front for a sec, and they just look so tired. Like, they, they don't say anything about it, but, like, you know a wounded animal when you see one. And then they draw back, and they sort of, like, give themselves a shake, like, okay, all right, this is going to be a good day. And they, oh, go ahead.
I think she's gonna just keep cradling you.
Oh, all right.
Cradling the chicken.
You know what?
After give a little kiss on the forehead.
Oh. They chirp at you like, oh gosh. They look very pleased.
I will be okay. But I want you to be okay.
Gosh, they look pretty solemn for a sec. And then they sign. I can't always promise that, but I will. I'll make sure I come home in the end. How's that?
Yeah, I think they got at that.
Yeah. And they give Marigold another big hug, just because, like, she's right there. Like, it's tall. When you're a very short chicken and you have a very tall grandchild, like, you sort of take the, you take the opportunities to hug them that you get. And they sort of settle back down. And they actually, at the end of the little mountain ash grove, you see, stone stair steps going up. It looks like a little hill.
Oh. I think she goes by. She goes up.
Okay, it's
Hey, what if I just decided they called it a day? What if I decided no, that's enough?
I mean, you're valid.
No, that's just a goof. No, they.
Gosh. So there's
No, they want to
actually
see everything here. So.
mm,
Mhm.
there along the mountain path is actually like this sort of ivy exhibit. Like it's the sort of like plants that grow into the side of cliff faces. Like,
Oh,
there's the
I
sumac,
see.
there's the different ivies, there's, little berries of various kinds that you probably shouldn't eat. And when you get to the top, it's almost like it's almost like a little mountain summit. Like there's a lot of like conifer plants around that have been sort of uh sheared into different shapes. That's not the right verb, but it's tired. I'm tired. It's late. So there.
It's okay. It's okay.
And you have another view of the the whole botanical garden, and you see that that pattern again. But can you roll me a perception check or an insight? Actually, an insight.
Sure. Inside. Oh, nope. I didn't type anything. 4.
You know what?
20.
That's a 20. There we go.
She's looking the wrong way, and then TOC just turns her head.
Well, on your back, you actually feel them stiffen for a sec. Like they just sort of freeze. And they they give you a little nudge and they point. And you look down into the little valley, and you see the woman's face again, and you see the flowering hair spiraling around her face, and big intricately braided locks as the different flowers bloom in their patterns. And then you look at the face, and something seems different, and you can't really tell.
Oh.
But actually, before it was the face of a sleeping woman. Now her eyes are open. And it could be just a trick of the wind in the flowers in the grass, and you know how it is. These things happen. But it almost looks like she's sort of glancing in your direction, sort of out of the corner of her eye.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Oh, fun. If that's what she gets, then I'm wondering if she would just slowly, kind of just waves. She's not sure what would happen, but like, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, did my audio not cut out?
A little.
The woman blinks.
Oh. Okay.
Her no other expression, just and it happens so fast that maybe who knows, maybe it was just there was a gust for a gust of wind for a sec, but this you really can't shake the feeling that you are meeting someone's gaze.
Oh boy, I mean, oh boy. And does TOC see this too?
Oh yeah, TOC is clocking
Okay.
on this. They are.
Okay.
You look down at them and like they are probably the
Mhm.
fluffiest you have ever seen them. They are
Oh.
staring daggers at this. They look like they are getting ready for a fight.
Hmm. Um. Hmm. I think. Okay. I mean. Sorry, I'm just trying to debate how to like say this properly. It's just.
Take your time. You got this.
I think she. It's kind of a not a superstitious, but kind. She. It's like, oh, okay, this is well, this is probably like a spirit or something, um, or something more. Who knows? Probably best to just be respectful. Um, but talk doesn't seem to.
I mean, you can roll
So I
insight
think,
on.
yeah, she's gonna just. Mhm.
I mean, you can roll insight on either the mosaic or the chicken,
Mhm.
or both. Like, don't let me harsh your groove.
Okay, one for. I'm gonna take that for a mosaic. One more for a TSC.
Okay.
19.
You know what? That makes sense.
That was
You know the
that was
chicken
a
better
9
than
for
you.
the mosaic and 19 for TOC. Okay.
That makes sense. You know
Mhm.
talk better than you do, whatever the fuck this
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
With a 9,
Mhm.
that feeling of being, looked at sort of, it stays the same.
Hmm.
It you could have sworn one of the eyes sort of flickered like could have been a wink, but it also could have been just the wind.
Uh-huh.
Like, this place has so many cool things. Like, maybe it's just like
Mhm.
some sort of like optical illusion. You don't know.
Mhm. I think it's more in character for her to lean on the more supernatural side. Um. So
But yeah, it's in that case.
she's
Then
gonna.
yeah, you have no idea what this is. You don't know.
Mhm.
Whether
She'd rather. She's just gonna bow to it. Just a quick one, like, hey,
Hmm. With a
not gonna
19.
risk. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say the 19 happens when you come up from the bow.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you look back at TOC,
Mhm.
maybe to see, like, maybe they're bowing. Maybe, you just want to
Mhm.
make sure that you didn't knock them off when you bent down.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
they look pissed. And not at you.
Oh,
They,
okay.
like, it's, again, you're very sure that it's not at you. Like,
Mhm.
this, very negative emotion has very little to do with you, except that it probably got worse when you bowed. Like something
Oh
about the
gosh,
situation, something about you putting
because her
yourself.
is, because her assumption is just like this is a spirit or something, or like maybe taking care of the place. This if I mean, she doesn't want to just like she just want to play it safe, kind of.
Yeah. And, it's with a 19, you don't get too much, but something about you putting yourself beneath this creature as if, they're somehow, better than you are. They didn't like that at all. But
dang.
they are, actually, I'm going to roll wisdom.
Oh boy.
I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
With disadvantage. Oh, that's a 6.
Oh, that's a 6.
That's a 6.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
They flutter off your back and they start walking back down the steps.
Okay. Yeah, this is. She's just gonna follow. She's like, okay, this is maybe probably not. If Talk is leaving, then I should probably leave too.
They get to the bottom of the steps and they start stomping through the orchard. And
okay.
Could you roll me a perception check?
Sure. Six.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you because
okay. This is FPS and we can do whatever we want.
This is an FPS, and also what's about to happen is not going to be subtle. Let's see here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 15?
So
what?
It's like they are, stomping along the little path. Like it's very clear that this is the walk of someone who's going to have words with something. And all of a sudden, something catches their foot and they go flying and they just eat it into the ground.
What? Oh boy, she's gonna. Oh, she's gonna run. She's gonna run like like. Talk.
I'm gonna.
Are you okay? Just pick him back up.
When you pick them back up, you actually their shoulder is bleeding a little bit, like not a bunch, but like like just a little corner of the scar reopened, and they sort of like look at it frustrated. And then they look around like, where's the bitch? Where is he? I know they're here. And it's
I mean, she's slamming some cure wounds right now.
It didn't even take off like a full hit point. They're completely fine.
Yeah.
They're just bedraggled and dusty and like
but consider it. This is a worried horse.
Oh, bud. But they are thoroughly distracted from whatever they were about to pick a fight with. And like they are scanning the orchard like they're expecting someone or something.
Okay. Oh gosh. Should probably notices. I'm gonna roll a perception myself. It's just
Sure.
Chicken looks worried. Threat? Is there something? 15?
It I will say, because you are a creature that is used to long periods of time, that you sort of catch a glimpse of something familiar. Like it's sort of that feeling of like when you're in a new strange city and you're walking through a crowd and you see someone who might be an old friend, but you're not sure because like they look so like they look really different by now. And like it did look different, but like not necessarily the right kind of different. Like that sort of like uncertain familiarity. But when you look back at it, there's
just
nothing
looks
there.
Off. Oh, that's fun. She's got her. She's just got her ears pointed up and just like swiveling, like.
I'm going to roll. Let's see. What's this chicken stealth? Okay.
Stealth. 20.
You do not see them sign. You do not see them. Actually, wait. They have an injury. I'm going to roll disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's a 7. You definitely sign. Fuck. You definitely see them sign. Fuck off.
Oh.
Not at you.
I mean, first of all, she doesn't know a swear. Second of all, okay.
Like, it's not, like... It's not the swear itself. It's something to, the general sentiment of, like...
Yeah.
It's also not, like, directed at you, and you kind of, you get that it's, like, they're trying to almost conceal it from you. And they're just, like...
Boy.
Like, they're just kind of grumbling to themselves, like, oh my god. But they
She's trying to follow Talk's gaze, just like, what? Where's the danger?
I will say that the chicken doesn't look necessarily worried. They just kind of pissed.
Oh. Okay.
Like, it's... they're not, like, if they got into a fight, it would be, like, sort of a petty, bitchy, that sort of, like, fight, not a fight for the death.
Yeah.
And they sigh, and they sort of ruffle their feathers, and because you have made no, indication that you have seen them sign yet, they sign with the same amount of, stealth, which is not very fine, but you still need to go away. And they sort of ruffle their feathers and look back at you like, sorry, I'm cool. Everything's cool.
What? I don't, She looks scared, like, what? What? What was it? Was there something bad?
When they say that you're... Actually, can I roll insight?
Sure.
Alright. 22. They can definitely clock that you are scared and uncertain, huh? Anything else?
Yeah, but it's mostly just like, Nah, I think it's just like you're acting like there's a threat, so they're trying to. I mean,
Oh, hon.
Yeah.
They make a definite effort to, like, smooth your feathers down and, like, sort of fluff the anger out of their posture, and they look up at you, and they sign, it's okay. Everything's okay. There's no danger. There's nothing, that was an old, and they pause for a very long moment, associate of mine who was concerned I was going to do something ill-advised. And as they're saying this, they are like sort of they are very much like picking their words carefully, stopping and considering, and sort of trying to be diplomatic. Like, in very much that, like, there's a kid here, I can't call this person a bastard.
Okay. Yeah, because then you have to explain what a bastard is.
They don't even really know. No one's explained it to them. But anyways.
No.
But they sort of focus on, like, no, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay. I think that. I think that anxiety's kind of lessened. But still kind of concerned. Like, there's no immediate threat, but Talk still doesn't look pleased. So
they're sort of trying to shake off the edge of happiness, which isn't really working because, like, the eyebrows are the eyebrows. They are a grumpy little Tegan. But they are determined that today will be a fun day, that nothing bad will happen, and that they will enjoy this. This will be good. They have decided.
We are going to make it good.
Basically. And they will sign. You know, it's saw a big field of marigolds when we were up on the outcropping over there. Do you want to go see if you can't find that from going through the paths?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds nice.
Do we want to roll survival for this?
Oh boy. Sure. I also had a few ideas, but that's survival. What is your survival? That is a -1.
Alright, 18 from the Tegan.
Oh.
And
that is a 16. Okay, that's better than I expected.
Alright. God, how does this girl have a -1 in survival?
I mean, listen. She doesn't have to worry about a lot of things that involve survival.
Gosh.
That is my reasoning. It was an error when I put in her negative intelligence or wisdom. I think it was wisdom. So I decided it's just she doesn't have to worry about food or water or like stuff like that.
Yeah, when you're, when you're invulnerable, you don't worry about, fucking...
She's metal. She doesn't... Yeah.
She's metal.
Yeah.
So, between that, you find your way pretty quickly. And, because you've seen it twice now, you can kind of see that this big marigold field, that you, come across on would be the scalp of the woman's hair. Like this, you can, you can see the two. It actually looks like wells of water that make up the pupils of her eyes. So, maybe it was that, before the water, wasn't reflecting the sun, and now they were. Or maybe, it was that she was really looking at you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Definitely not. Anyways, there is...
I had a few ideas for flowers, but if you... No, you go.
No, you go. I've been talking a lot.
I didn't want to interrupt because all your things were so good. I guess I had an idea for like 2 flowers. One was, have you guys seen a hardy fuchsia?
Hardy fuchsia?
They look like, oh, nope, please.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be...
How do you spell it?
They look like little,
Oh!
little ballerinas. And you also see, Lily of the Valleys.
What was the name of the first one again?
And hardy fuchsia?
Oh, fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Ah, yes. And the Lily of Valleys are making bell noises and making music. And when you step closer to the pink flowers, you realize they're dancing.
Oh.
All of them, they look like they're twirling, and it looks like they just had like a whole choreography.
I'm gonna say that the belling ladies of the valley make up like the woman's face.
Oh.
And it's the fuchsia, if I can be so bold, is sort of ringed around it so that they're sort of dancing along to the bells.
Yeah, the lilies are definitely like a quote-unquote orchestra.
Gosh. If you look back at TOC, they're just like, they're looking on in just like this almost childlike wonder. They haven't seen anything like this.
You realize for the audience, I was making decision. Fuchsias are performing Swan Lake.
There's like a tiny cardboard like swan carriage thing that's being used as a prop. Like in the distance you can see like little worker fuchsia like working behind the scenes to like sort of pull it along. Gosh.
Yeah. And then you kind of notice. And when they finish their dance, I think they kind of bow, and then it kind of just flop. Like, oh boy, that was a long one. And you notice a hummingbird tune just kind of just watering them like, hey, good job. That was really nice.
Oh, TC is definitely like clapping, like sort of that like almost embarrassing, like, oh my gosh, that was so good.
Yeah, Marigold's also just like, oh my god, at like the same amount, probably.
Mm.
Mm.
Gosh.
And yeah, they're and like you see, I think they're like on their break now, so they're just like doing some warm up stretches, and this is like just chatting to each other.
I love this tiny fuchsia civilization we've like discovered in this botanical garden.
Thank you. This.
Gosh. And actually, do you know the meaning of fuchsia?
No, I just thought he who ballet plant
Means elegance and good taste.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, that's cute. Oh.
I think that like once it's clear that like the flowers are not going to repeat their performance anytime soon, like it's they're on their union mandated break.
Yeah.
TOC kind of looks at the lilies of the valley, and they're kind of reminded of something. And they like sigh. And they turn to you, Marigold, and ask if they can ask you a question.
Oh, yes.
They start to sign something.
What is it?
They start to sign something, and then they stop, and they like, do you remember when we visited Nebula last? Nebula and Hickory?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember they were talking about doing found family home paperwork?
Yeah. Yes.
They sort of like
just fidgeting a bit.
Yeah. They sort of like grump, like hunched down on themselves, like into a little like pillow shape, and they look kind of cranky for a sec. And they I think they sign it would put my mind at rest if we had some sort of connection. Because I was serious about not ever wanting you to feel alone. You don't have to take it as anything official if you don't want to. I think this sort of thing is mostly for other people in this strange little system that they have set up. But would you be amenable to that? And they sort of like look at you sort of seriously, like would you be comfortable with me claiming you as family?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. Like, oh, okay, you see her just fumbling. She's, oh boy. There's a bunch of thoughts happening right now, and she's just like trying to keep it in order. Like, okay, okay,
TUC just sort of like, sort of waits patiently. Like, they don't sort of give, they don't sort of, want to put any more pressure on her than they already have. I think they sign, it's okay, calm down, take your time.
Okay. I think she just pauses. And I was about to say she just takes a deeper breath, but she can't do that. So
she does the motion, maybe.
Huh?
She does the motion of a deep breath, maybe.
Yeah, probably. And it. So, I didn't mean to make you worried about that. I just needed a bit to think. That was that was a lot of things I didn't know about, and
Oh my gosh, this cat. I'm so
she does
sorry.
emotion again. Oh, baby. It's okay.
TUC, like,
okay.
Like, she'll stop her and just be like, like, don't apologize. You're fine. You're okay. I promise it's all right. Take as much time as you need here. Like, it's like this. The chicken is, they've pulled out their sort of listening, countenance. Like, it's like you kind of get the feeling that whatever you have to say to the chicken is it's okay. Like, even if you tell them no, even if you tell them something that they maybe don't want to hear, it's all right.
You just okay.
The cat has been captured.
Kippy.
Well, there he goes.
No. Okay. Okay. I'm making this a little.
You're fine.
Okay. Top. Hmm. Okay. Oh boy. I think Marigold actually just, like shakes her head, and like there's a lot she wants to say, but she's just too much thoughts.
Yeah.
You hmm, I'm I mean the meaning is new to me, but I think she kind of just picks you up again.
Yeah, they'll let her.
Hmm. I met a lot of nice people. When I left, and you were definitely someone who helped me a lot, and mm, yeah, with all I've learned about family, yes, it I I think I think I would like to call you family too, and I mm, I love you a lot.
Gosh. Gosh, Comet, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Man, after the last few days, man, this chicken. Gosh, they just like it's not even like that they smile or they look excited. They just like the first emotion you get from them is like just relief. Like maybe not even for like a particular reason. Like just like it's sort of the relief of a farmer who sees rain, the relief of a fisherman who feels a tug on the net. Like not only is this good, is this a step in the right direction, but it is something that was so dearly needed. And like they just reach up and they grab you in a big hug, and they're just
Yeah, she hugs right back. This big tight hug. Can I actually? Can I just say?
Yeah.
The fuchsias are right there.
The
fuchsias are right there.
The fuchsias are like. Some of them are standing around awkwardly.
They're just like watching with just like, oh, and like a couple of them are just like wiping away at like Just make the motion of like wiping away a tear.
Gosh. Man. And eventually TUC will like drop back and like reshuffle themselves into like a dignified little fluff. Or like it would if they weren't like just beaming from like ear to ear. Like
she's beaming right back.
Yeah.
Like,
and they just sort of like give you a little nod, like, yes, good. Glad we got that sorted out.
She tries to like mimic that. just absolutely cannot hide the absolute like joy. She's but like kind of straightens her posture and like just not.
Yeah, it seems like they are still like just brimming with just like, oh my gosh, family. Gosh.
Yeah.
And I think, unless you have anything else that you'd like to do in the garden, I think that we sort of pan up from that shot, like an aerial view of them starting, to walk back towards the exit together. And we go up and we see, the field of marigolds, and we see the fuchsia and the lilies of the valley. And we see the entirety of the mosaic. And we see, the last thing we see before it fades out is the woman's face. And she is looking down at the two of them, and she is smiling.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
We forgot the bees! Wait! The bees! Shit. We got two left in the sauce. We forgot. No, let's just do a quick thing. No, there's just bees there, and they're paid there. They have a union, and they wear little overalls and little hats.
Okay, now we fade out.
Okay.
We have selected the bees. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you all for listening, both
thank you,
present and future listeners. Goodbye.